Spat me out. Good morning. Welcome to JHS Racing. I'm dressed like a French pizza man, and this is the dyno episode of the ZX-7R updates. So just quickly before we go in, so the ZX-7R has been down here for a long time. We've ordered some new coils, we've ordered some new cables and stuff. It's been on the dyno. James was trying to balance the carbs. He's done most of the job. So we're just going to go in there and see what it's going to pull with the Acra long can on, and then we're going to check with the old, like the can, Al's favourite can, which is the little stubby bean can, and see what the differences are and see if we can get a decent result. Come follow me. Oi, 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 oi. Here's the old girl, look. Here she is. Speaking of old girls. Alright there, baby. So so we're going to do a couple of runs with this. But we've got all the new coil packs in here. The old ones were so brittle and all dead and shit. So a bit of fettling and she should be reets. So, is that clutch fucked?
No, it's alright for the minute.
Doesn't sound good though, does it?
I think the reaction, when I snap it, it's just a little bit slow.
Right.
On it, but it's alright.
So as a base run, where are we at?
Well, yesterday we were at 107 was our good one. We just pulled some runs now and sort of 105 and a half this morning. Yeah, it's a little bit chillier this morning than it was yesterday.
Yeah, that should be good though, shouldn't it?
Air's a bit heavier though, so it moves a bit slower. Plus, we're out of fuel.
Oh, that'll probably be why.
Yeah, so
well, yeah. All right, so let's get some fuel in it. Let's put the ratty, horrible thing back on and just see where we're at.
See what it does. Look at the graph and see what it does.
Yeah.
Forget the peak figure at the moment.
All right.
Makes some lovely pops and bangs, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, looks good. Yeah. Sounds good.
That'll do.
Right, so I'm waiting for James to expertly swap over the dib-dobs. So the headers on this bike that were on it were a bit of a state, so I managed to get some real cheap, new but really cheap budget headers off eBay. They're all right. James reckoned it would go much better if there was some like crossover pipes in here, which is why we might be like between sort of 3 and 4 cylinder, 2 and 3 cylinders. So, but it's just, you know, you could go into it forever. I just want it to run smooth, consistent, and be reliable and fun to ride. You know, we're not going to win any championships with this, so well, we might do.
I should hope so.
So yeah, we're going to put the other exhaust on, and just as more of a, I don't want the other exhaust, but just more of a fact-finding mission. Oh, also the caliper was binding on yesterday, and it burnt my new disc. Oh, and I need to change this master cylinder today as well. I've got a really nice, proper one, not a fucking GSXR 1000 K7 master cylinder, which doesn't fit and doesn't do anything. It's rubbish. Because those calipers are pretty good, and the discs are good, so we should have a nice brake system, but this is just awful. I listen to the internet with that. Never listen to the internet. It's always wrong.
The internet's right all the time.
Apart from us, of course.
Yeah, all the time.
When in doubt, hit it with a hammer. Chamfer.
No, in with the purple rain. What was this?
Prince.
Yeah. I'll just temporarily apply this.
I'm going to tell Al that we're going to use this exhaust because he loves it so much.
So we can.
But then, if it gives us a whopping boost,
we will be using it.
We've got some jib jobs. We've got some juice in the old intravenous.
There, that'll do there. That'll hold that there.
And you don't reckon there's any point doing any airbox mods or anything like that?
No, I think it fuels quite nicely.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, if we were going to do anything, we'd start looking at camshafts, because these cams are, in modern standards, run quite a retarded setup.
Right. So can we advance the ignition timing? Would that be a...
Well, that's something we had thought about. If we had an ignition advancer, we could advance ignition timing a little bit.
Yeah.
But what we ideally like to do is play with the cam timing, but we haven't got adjustable timing gears. We've got and look how easy it is to see all the cam timing marks on the ZX-7.
Yeah.
And unless you've got X-ray vision,
so you ain't going to get in there. Basically, you got to drop the engine and run it.
Drop the engine. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, let's not do that.
That's off our radar.
But ignition timing potentially.
If we can get an ignition advancer.
Yeah. And how much are they?
I think Factory Pro used to do some.
Okay. But what? Couple hundred quid.
You could slot the pickup and move the pickup a little bit if you want to, but it's easier just basically bolt it on.
Right. Okay.
And if it don't work,
but 100 quid or so.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that might work. Oh, I didn't miss that noise. I quite like the noise.
I'm sorry, but you got to have a short can.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is that? Why is it? It's almost 5% more powerful.
Well, we've got to get a decent short can, haven't we?
We've got to get a decent short can. That's. I mean, it was when we first did it 4 years ago. It was had more peak power and smoother curve. And we've done it now with all the extra bits, and it's the same.
Well, if you just take the last one we did with the long can, and the last one we done with the short can, and they're pretty much, there's a little bit here, but it just goes on top. Now, we haven't cleaned the end of the graph up yet. We'll sharpen that up in a second.
Yeah.
But it makes more horsepower.
So list it out. So we've got long can 104.54. Max torque 53.15.
Yeah.
And short shit bean can 108.7
with 52
and 52. Okay, so less torque,
but that could be dialed into it.
Yeah,
we can play with that a little bit.
And with the jetting that you've done on the carbs,
we haven't changed any jetting against with two cans.
Okay.
And it's not.
So would you? But the way those carbs are set up.
To be honest with you, it's got better with a short can.
It's better with a short can.
Yeah, it's pulsing better.
Right. Well, I'm sorry, Al, but you're going to have to ride to Spain with this on again.
Yeah.
That's a head scratcher, isn't it? Why is that?
Well, the can is not for this bike.
That is true. It is we reckon it's a Fireblade, early 9 what they called? 928?
4 or 925 or whatever they are. One of the ones that munch their own gearboxes.
They all do that.
Now this is a parallel can. Now I wonder if when you have the Aprokovich can, it may be different in turn. It may be conical and so. But bear in mind, we are working with a cheapish aftermarket header pipe system with no crossovers. I don't know, it just works. So you can't go against the readings you're getting.
You can't. I mean, it's not. If it was 1 or 2
And
even.
it's not just making it, you know, and losing at the bottom. It's there.
Well, okay. Well,
it's a no-brainer.
it's unfortunately it's a no-brainer. Sorry, multi-billion-pound organisation Akropovich, with your decades and almost half centuries of development. This eBay bean can is much better.
It's 1999 from China. All the way, with no VAT import tax.
Well, this is Budget Bike Battle, so there you go.
There you go. We've got to find another can though, really.
Yeah, I'll try and source a better quality version
get a
of
slip
that.
on without having that bolt on each one.
And the diameter inside, do you reckon that's the same?
Just over 2 inches up.
And it's the same in there.
Yeah, but that's much longer.
Yeah.
I think the overall length is just stifling it too much.
All right. Well, food for thought. Let's go.
Sounded crisp though.
I mean, it's. I like it. I mean, I kind of hate it, but
it looks dog.
It does look, yeah, but it's kind of part of the bike now, isn't it? Anyway, right. Well, let's get it off the dyno, and I'll crack on with all the other shit that's got to be done to it, and then go and get some. I think there's.
Carbon.
Go get some carbon fibre, and I think there's some tasty little nitron shocks knocking around somewhere. So I'm going to go and have a look at that, because that's going to look really nice next to all this damaged swing arm. Right. So because this fried our brains of why this is happening. This is like a bargain bin basement can, which has got the same diameter all the way through, and it's a midway between this stubby bean and the long wangleberry. So we're kind of in the medium texture arena. So we're going to pull a run and see what happens with this, which we literally found in a bin. So if that's better than the high quality Akropovich, which to be fair isn't probably for this bike, you know. Anyway, I think it is going to be. I think that's going to be the sweet spot.
I think it should be, but we'll find out.
Well, that is fucking mental, isn't it?
The future is cheap shit.
The future's cheap shit.
Yeah.
So, what was the best one? The first one, 108.71. So it's basically the same as the.
Yeah. So we're pretty much the same. We have got a bit of a bigger hole here appearing.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much the same. We haven't got the nasty snarly noise.
Yeah, I mean, it does sound nicer.
Yeah. And so I think
so the
diameter length can and that diameter.
Yeah, seems to sort of work.
Yeah.
While we're in here, we're just going to whip out the airbox and just have a look at this manky old air filter. And we might try a run without any air filter and just see what if this is sucking anything.
Yeah.
Get the fanny on.
Can't go wrong with a bit of fanny.
Well, depends what kind of fanny. It's like chicken. If it smells, don't eat it.
Tiny bit of top end, but
do you think that's the pressure though in here?
It's gnarled it in the middle. It's just lost it.
But do you think that's maybe the pressure because this is?
No, it's gone lean.
Right.
It's gone massively lean in the mid-range. So
okay, so let's just keep the standard shitty air filter, or maybe just get a new one because
let's get a branded aftermarket one, shall we?
Yeah. K&N,
Sprint, DNA, BMC.
JHS.
There's a whole
44T.
What we're looking for is one for free.
Yes. Right. Well, worth doing an experiment. 109 it did make, but yeah, everything. I wouldn't want to ride it.
That'd be terrible.
It's so close to being quite a nice road bike.
Because you don't want to spoil it.
You don't want to ruin it, but also I do want to make it good to ride on a circuit. So it's kind of, I don't really know.
I think if you get your Nitron shock in it,
you
sort the front forks out as well. Change your brake master cylinder.
Yeah,
okay.
Which I've got here. It's in the shed.
You've got that. Just sort out a few bits and pieces, and then tidy the bike up. Visually lift it.
Yeah.
And we can do things like a little underslung Brembo caliper, make it captive, and just little bits and pieces.
It's the weight. I watched the old video back of when we first weighed this, and it was 230 kilograms, which I can't believe it was, because the stock weight of these, like on the internet, is like 210, 212, 215. So, I mean, it must have had a brimmed tank, but then they weigh them anyway, so I don't know. It can't, 230, that's a GS Adventure, for fuck's sake.
Well, we'll weigh it again if you want on the scales.
Okay.
We can do that.
Because I'm thinking, I mean, a lot of the...
But either way, this era of bike was a heavy bike.
Yeah.
That was their killer, was the weights they were carrying all the time.
Yeah.
You know, everything was thick wall, heavy cast.
Well, apparently they put sound deadening stuff inside the frame.
These frames are filled with
sperm.
Yeah.
The souls of dead Japanese warriors.
Yeah. Samurai sperm, which is milked from them on their dying deathbed.
Yeah.
To fill Kawasaki frames to sound deaden.
Heard it here first.
Yeah.
I want to put endurance fairing on it with like endurance headlight type thing.
Yeah, you could do. Well,
because the weight I would save of this, I know it's weight and I know it's a classic bike, but it's not like it's a pristine 5,000 mile, ZX-7R that's going to be worth something one day.
Do you know the biggest weight saving you could do instantly?
Stop eating burgers.
No. Get rid of the water overflow bottle.
Right.
Right, because you're going to carry in that probably half a litre of water straight away.
Yes.
You don't need to carry half a litre of water.
No.
If your radiator's full up, so you just need the overflow bottle. So if it does push out, and you only need a little 200ml bottle, really and truthfully, that's a big lump of weight in itself.
Because we ain't going to, the money I've got to spend on this, we ain't going to get the power that the S-Rad's got. Not that it's a competition, but the S-Rad is like a 8 year later the motorbike.
So the thickness in things like the wall thickness in the fork outer tubes and the fork bottoms are all manufactured differently.
Okay, well anyway, I'm going to get off the ramp now. I'm going to go and look at some suspension, and you're going to tell me how to take the swing arm out. I do have an ABBA Skylift, which is an amazing thing with a swing arm kit. So it's not that hard to take a swing arm out, is it?
No.
Just time.
It'd take you just as long to get it on the Skylift.
Yeah, which does take quite a long time.
Yeah, but once they are on a Skylift, you can take them out in the yard and wash them.
And then I can take the forks off and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Brilliant piece of equipment.
Mega. Right. See you in a minute.
Coming up next on the Budget Bike Battle Reload.
Should be pretty straightforward, pretty easy job, but this is me at the helm, so it's probably going to be a fucking nightmare. Thanks, mate. jib job kit. Coming down, coming out, coming out.
He looks a little bit like our Christmas elf we got, the naughty elf.
We'll offer her up, shall we? We'll offer her up.
This is where your money goes.
That is hard work and tears.
Toil and graft on one's back on the floor.
What's in there?
Banana, I got a banana, I think.
Lovely bit of feeling.
Yeah.